For more on talks between the Syrian regime and the opposition, I'm joined by our correspondent Hasan Abdullah in Astana. Hasan, there have been 3 rounds of UN talks so far. What's this meeting hoping to achieve?
Sandra, Syria's ambassador to the United Nations, Bashar Jafri, has said that primarily there are 2 objectives of these talks. One is to strengthen the ceasefire, and the other is to find common ground against what he calls terrorists. On the other end of the negotiating table, of course, the opposition, they're saying that there is a dire humanitarian crisis, and the first priority is to reach an agreement so that the aid can reach the people who are suffering the most. That is the position of Turkey as well. Turkish officials are saying that there are people who are facing tremendous suffering, and the very first priority should be the humanitarian basis, getting aid to people where it's needed, and then finding a political solution. Now, Turkish Foreign Ministry officials are also saying that they're hoping that these talks will play an important role in paving way for further negotiations next month in Geneva.
Now, what's standing in the way of actually achieving a ceasefire this time? What are the biggest obstacles at the moment?
Well, there are mainly 3 main obstacles. One is the diverging interests, the other is a trust deficit, and the third is the question of legitimacy. Now, on the second one, as far as the issue of trust deficit is concerned, the opposition groups are saying that the Bashar al-Assad regime that is saying that it wants to reach a ceasefire is the one that has been violating the terms of the ceasefire numerous times, and it's difficult for the opposition to trust the Assad regime. Also, they're saying that on their part, they have lived up to their commitments, to their terms of the ceasefire. Turkey has been making sure that the groups it has influence over are abiding by the terms of ceasefire, but they're saying that the other stakeholders haven't been doing that. So there's this issue of trust deficit, and then there is the point of legitimacy. The Assad regime does not recognize these opposition groups. It's still referring to them as terrorists, whereas these opposition groups are saying that the regime of Bashar al-Assad is illegitimate, and the only reason they're talking to it is because they want to focus on the humanitarian angle and try and help out their people.
Hasan, we're seeing a change in administration in the U.S. at the moment. 2 other players in this conflict, Turkey and Russia, they've been instrumental in pushing a solution forward. Are they going to play a major role here as well?
Well, this is what Turkish officials are saying. They're saying that Turkey and Russia should be spearheading this latest round of talks. Of course, they have invited the new administration, the Trump administration, and they're hoping that they could work together. However, there are still a number of issues. For example, the head of the opposition delegation in Astana is saying that Russia is interested in adopting a more neutral stance. However, Iran and the Assad regime are obstacles in the way. So, and I've spoken to some officials from the opposition. They're saying that Turkey has been playing a very constructive role in trying to mediate these talks and trying to find a political solution to these crises. But they're saying that all the stakeholders have to play a role. And at the moment, they're saying that Iran and the Assad regime are certainly not doing that.
All right, many thanks for that update. Our correspondent Hasan Abdullah there in Astana.